Alex Sobel.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The world has changed immeasurably in the year since this bill's first reading. In the last 12 months, COVID-19 has devastated lives, torn through communities and paralysed economies across the globe. This pandemic has taken so much. Lives, of course, but also hugs, handshakes, kisses, birthdays, Christmas, Eid. It's given to mental health issues, domestic violence and poverty. But it's also, during the height of this pandemic in the lockdown, given us much lower emissions and much better air quality. Anecdotal evidence suggests that those suffering from certain respiratory illnesses, somewhat ironically, were fared much better during the first lockdown. So it gives us a brief window into what would be, unfortunately, a future, if we manage to take hold of it, post-pandemic. So what we need to do is to try and create that long-term structural change, which we need robust legislation to underpin. In my city, Leeds, you're 20 times more likely to die from air pollution than you are to die in a car accident. 20 times. Across the UK, air pollution is responsible for 40,000 early deaths and £20 billion a year economic cost, according to the Royal College of Physicians. For that reason, I believe it's my moral duty to support Amendment 25, to ensure that particulate matter target for air quality be at least as strict as the WHO guidelines. A call I made to the government when we introduced the charging clean air zone in Leeds, a commitment the government have abandoned, but we need to reintroduce the clean air zone if we pass this amendment. In terms of our nature, State Nature report that the UK species diversity is in freefall. 15% of UK species are at risk of going extinct. Scottish wildcats, red squirrels, water voles, some of the much-loved animals, at risk. I'm the RSPB Parliamentary Species Champion for the white-clawed crayfish. If we passed New Clause 5, it would give all of those species a much better chance of survival. Also, we have the bee-harming neonicotinoids. The UK government recently granted emergency authorisation for seeds to be treated by neonicotinoids to be used in sugar beet. This is banned under EU law, and we can't allow this to come through the back door, so we need to pass Amendment 39. Finally, on the OEP, whose progress has been followed in the EAC for 3 years, supposedly independent, but its budget, board and chair set by the government. Just recently, the Secretary of State said, and I quote, would be able to guide the OEP. It's worth noting the government has no comparable power in relation to any existing enforcement bodies. So we need to pass Amendment 23 to bring a semblance of independence back to that important regulatory body and ensure that we move forward and not have another pause in this legislation. Thank you.